Hello, guys. Welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. Thank you. So, let's go ahead and talk about a recent scary encounter that Corali just experienced. Okay, she just experienced a very scary situation in Antigua, and it is really really scary. So she posted a video, so we're gonna go over that. We're gonna do a reaction to her experience. I'm also going to talk about the reaction from people, her fans, and those who are her haters, what everyone has to say about this obviously very scary situation. And if you don't know the history, you probably will look at this and be like, oh, what is this? But if you know the history, you know that there is a reason why she would be feeling a little bit jittery about this. So let's go ahead and watch her video.
No, I didn't answer.
Okay.
They can't even ruin it even.
Like, this is crazy. Okay, the sound, did you guys hear that? This is crazy. So from what I understand, it is said that she was live when this was happening. So there is also this conversation about whether or not the person knew that she was live. But let me go ahead and start over. Like, this is wild, guys. Okay, this is wild. The girl is just minding her business. Just minding her business.
They can't even ruin it even. Nobody came to disturb me. That is scary.
Now, I have seen some people say, oh, this was just a friendly rap on the door. As you can see, according to the timestamp, she says it's around 1:43 a.m. when this happened. And I have seen some people try to like dismiss this and be like, oh, it's not that serious, blah, 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 blah. It is that serious, especially if you have the history that she has had of people just waiting for her or planning and attacking her. So she has every reason to be afraid. So, yeah, this is the thing that I don't get when people try to downplay situations that can escalate. Like, we've seen this person get attacked during a live stream. And then you see some people with the audacity to say, oh, it's not that serious. This sounds like a friendly knock on the door. Give me a break. So the person taps and the person stops. As you can see, tap and stop. So she's now calling the security. She's now calling the front desk. That's what she's doing now.
And a lot of noise, ruckus outside of my door.
All right.
Yes, someone just came to my room. I was making a lot
Oh, she called someone, not the front desk.
of ruckus outside my door.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, who is that? Who is that?
Don't open the door at all.
That is
Yeah?
crazy.
Eh? Did you answer?
No, I didn't answer.
What did you do? Beating on the door?
Yeah.
You bounce up all. Don't sit down and don't answer the door. Doors are unlocked, right?
I believe it is. Please, I need security.
No. Let me see if I get the guy. No.
Okay.
Let me call and see if I get him. Okay?
Okay. Police?
Like, this is really, really scary. Let me tell you, okay? Regardless of what you feel about Korra, because a lot of you are just bad heads, the way you hate her. Regardless, like, she's in a foreign country. And to the people of the island of Antigua who feel like, oh, why is she saying this or whatever, put yourself in her position. You are in a country that you don't know anybody. It doesn't matter how safe you think your country is. Just think about, this person is a foreigner and she's a social media personality. She's a public figure, which doubles down the level of threats that she might possibly face. So I don't like the concept of people downplaying this and say, oh, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't scary. This is scary. Again, like I said, especially when you consider all of the things that she has been through over the past couple of years. So yeah,
Who is this?
like, this is really, really scary.
What are you
Okay.
doing?
I don't care what anyone says. I don't care, because some people have tried to like downplay this and be like, oh, they were just playing with you. I don't care if you think they're playing with you. As you can see from the look on her face, she is scared. She's not somebody who understands the humor of Antigua people. She doesn't understand the humor. Like, this is not normal. This is all kinds of wrong, honestly.
What are you doing? I'm trying to go to bed. They're faking to be the police to come get me to come open the door. What kind of craziness is this? And they're still.
So, anyways, yeah, that's the video. And as you can see, she's obviously very rattled by what is going on. And the reactions when she posted about it obviously did not help. And there are people making all kinds of joke about this and downplaying it. And even some even saying that she's maybe lying about this, okay? And so she even had to respond to this, because obviously, so there are some people in the comment section saying that she staged this, just like her ex-husband came out and said that she staged it, it wasn't real. So that he was somehow communicating with the London Met police officers. So there were people in the comment section saying that, oh my god, this is so fake, you staged this, blah blah blah, prompting her to come out and post this. She says, why are some people so quick to say I staged the misfortune in my life? Because you have a household enemy, you had the misfortune of marrying to somebody who is just like your enemy. There is no two other, there's no other way to describe what Justin Dean is to Korra. Like, he is the definition of a household enemy. That's what he is. So, anyways, so she asked the question, why are people so quick to say that she staged any misfortune in her life? And some people came out and said, um, somebody says, most of us would have gotten up to make sure the door was locked and told the person to move away from the door, or we're going to call the cops. I would have definitely called the front desk instead of calling my aunt. We wouldn't, that was not her aunt. I'm sure that's her host. I'm sure that was the person that hosted her or something. The person sound like somebody from the islands and from has like a Caribbean accent. So yeah, that's not her aunt. You know how we black people call everybody auntie. So yeah, something that Nicole Gonzalez, you probably don't understand, probably can't relate. So mind your business and shut the F up. Okay, so the person said most of us would have gotten up to make sure the door was locked and told the person to move away from the door, or we gonna call the cops. I would have definitely called the front desk instead of calling my aunt. We wouldn't speak to the person and ask, "What do you want? Leave. I'm trying to sleep. I guess you are different. Brave." So obviously, this comment is an indication that this person does not believe what she's saying, so basically calling her brave and illustrating what she would have done differently than Korra. To which Korra responded and says, "Many people would have done many things differently. All these people are not Korra Obidi. I did what I did. I am safe and sound. If you ever find yourself in a situation like mine, you do what you want. Do not come talking about the actions I should have made to make me more to make me more believable to meaningless troll. I did what I did." So that was what she posted. And then just in the comment section, you just have all these people. Somebody, for example, this one that said, "Personally believe you. Now the problem comes in how you don't react fast as some of us would do. I mean, if a stranger came knocking on my door late night, I would jump from that bed and be frantic. That's a normal response to most of us. I guess you're different and react different. Hence the kind of comment from people with this. Please be safe, and comment from people with this said, please be safe and find you a bodyguard, please. So basically, yeah, there are people who don't believe that this happened. But then again, this is something that is kind of par for the cause. Anytime she says something or does something, there will always be those unbelievers. For example, this one that calls themselves Melvin Barak. This person says, "Korra, a stranger can come and play knocking at your door like that. What happened to that time someone poured acid to your face? Also, while on live stream, and those children department officers also do come when you are live. Korra, you kill me with laughter." Obviously, this is another unbeliever who doesn't believe. At the end of the day, whether you believe or you don't believe does not change what is. And Korra also that put this out there. Obviously, there will be those who won't believe no matter what. So somebody else came back and said, "This is all a setup for views. Why would neighbors knock on your door at that time of night?" Okay. So somebody else commented and said, "Security tip, just keep quiet." Okay. Another one said, "Don't open the door." So somebody says, "I will be up in that closet or cupboard if it was me." Be safe, Korra. Somebody said, "Madam, you need security cameras at your door and house for security reasons. This kind thing you go use your phone and be watching who the person is." So somebody says, "At that moment, you call 911." So obviously, there are people who are offering advice, and then there are those who are straight up unbelievers. Somebody says, "I hope you didn't open the door and call the police. I would have called the police first, then Auntie Patsy. Do not answer." So, yeah, again, this is par for the cause. There will be those who do not believe, and there will be those who will think whatever they want to think. But I'm glad that she's safe. I'm glad that things happen, and everything has been resolved, and it wasn't a bad situation that would have like escalated. So yeah, the people that are saying that she should have called the police or called the security, called the front desk. First of all, personally, I don't even know the kind of arrangement that she has. I don't know if she's in an Airbnb, if she's in a hotel, to call the front desk. I think it makes sense for her. First of all, let me say, the people that are saying call the police or call front desk, that is the normal response. That is what you're trained to do when you find yourself in a similar situation. But then again, we don't understand the full arrangement. It could be an Airbnb. I don't know what it is, but I also feel like it makes sense that she called Auntie Patsy. As you can see, it wasn't as if she called and the lady was snoozing and sleeping. No, the lady was up, and she picked up her phone and she, responded. So to me, I think it'll make sense because you want to call, if you only have one phone, you want to call the person who who is your manager. You want to call them and then ask for, their advice or whatever, because the door is locked, obviously, and she's still safe. So it makes sense that she'll want to call antipathy and then wait, let's ask for what she should do. So to me, you know, that makes sense. But yeah, and then there are other people that are saying, must you live stream? Must you do? That's the thing. You don't even understand the contract. You don't understand if part of the agreement, part of the contract of her trip is that she live streams, because all these people who are inviting her to these countries, they're not just doing it for anything, it's for tourism. She does have a big platform and people want to put their countries on the map. So they invite her over to go. If there's an event happening in their country, they want to put it on the map. And so they invite her to go over there and basically put the country on the map, and that's all, and that's it. And so that requires live streaming constantly and talking about what you're doing. And so it is part of her job to live stream the event or even the country where she's or what she's doing. It is part of her job. So yeah. Somebody say yes, she's in an Airbnb, but she's in a strange country, so the best call for her was to call her host. Yeah, that's the first thing. So the people that are saying, why did you? I would have called the front desk. I would have called the police. The host is obviously the person who knows the nook and cranny of the country, knows how to go about these things. Can't just carry your phone and start calling the police. You don't even know. You don't know how to communicate because there are different. There are different cultures in America. In North America, when you're facing situation, you can just call 911, give them your location, and they'll meet you there. But that is not always the case someplace else. Do you get? It's a different scenario in other countries. The cultures are different, so it's better as long as you're still safe. It's better to call your host and have them give you an advice what you should do about it. So anyways, that's just all I needed to say about this. I hope that she continues to be safe where she is, and it's scary. It's a scary thing, and she's in a she's in a new country, not a scary country. She's in a new country, so it makes sense that she'll be scared. But let me know what you guys think in the comment, like, and share. I'll catch you later.